Hey everyone, so in my opinion, is the iPhone SE 2020 worth buying here in 2023? And to me, yes, it is worth buying. This is a very nice phone. It is still a very fast phone, especially considering how much this thing costs. I bought mine quote unquote used off of OfferUp. It has 100% battery health. It had no scratches, basically brand new. I bought it for 120 bucks here in the US. You can find them on Amazon. At least when I was looking for this one, it was $140, $150 for the 64 gigabyte version of it, which is crazy. So again, Amazon renewed. It was 140, 150 bucks for 64 gigabyte version. So this thing is very, very good, especially considering that price. Any other phone in that price range, especially if you're looking at new phones, I know this was used. That's the used price for this. But if you're looking at new phones of even up to 300 bucks, which would basically just be Android phones, you're not going to get anything near the quality of this phone, the speed of this phone. I was messing with those before I bought this. Any of those phones that are new for less than 300 bucks are not good. Unless you're just texting and doing phone calls, they're not good. They're not fast or laggy as can be. This thing is not. So this has an A13 processor in it, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. Of course, you cannot expand that storage, but for no phone these days you can. You can, of course, get more storage from the get-go if you need more. For me, 64 gigabytes is more than enough. I do not store music on here. I use Apple Music. I don't really take a lot of photos or videos or anything like that. So for me, 64 gigs is enough. This is a 4.7-inch display, so it is a small display. That might be a negative to some people. To me, it is not, because it means the phone is nice and small. And you guys can see it is nice and thin. It just fits in any of my pockets super, super nicely. Never mind how I put on my screen protector, because I did a horrible job doing that. But this thing is an awesome phone. It is very, very fast. It only uses 4G. It does not use 5G, which again might be a positive to some people that are afraid of 5G. But right now, I'm just on my home Wi-Fi. But it is insanely fast. Like, unless you're having this next to a, say, in the 2022 version of this, or an iPhone 14, you're not going to notice the difference in speed. It is very, very fast, as you saw there. All right, we'll go to Apple website here. And my screen protector messes, the way I put on my screen protector messes up my touch sometimes, as you might notice throughout this video. It's not the phone, it's how I put on my screen protector. And it's a very cheap screen protector. But you guys can see there, it is insanely fast. Like we'll do a Roblox video, so maybe you'll buy this for your kid or something. Now it will get hot during gameplay, I will say that. But if we go into Royal High here, which is a harder game, a more graphical game, even in max graphics, as you can see there, we will visit the island. Is usually what I go to. It loads in just fine. It works just fine. Again, another device, another phone in this price range is not going to be able to play this game. Especially if you're talking about a $150 device. Which there are some new ones out there on Android. But this thing will blow them out of the water, especially in gaming. As we can see, there's no lag. Even in max graphics, there's no lag. Everything looks nice and beautiful. You're just going to be able to play this game, no issue. You'll be able to play any Roblox game, no issue. But you'll probably be able to play pretty much any game, modern game on here with no issue. Except for it does get very warm. And you'll kill your battery very, very fast. But it loads in very, very well. And then we'll do a speaker test once we get through these ads. But I do want to talk about a few negatives here. One is, again, these aren't all necessarily negatives. It just depends on who you are. To me, these are not all negatives. But one is the screen size. It is a less than 5-inch screen, which by modern terms is a very, very small display. I mean, even a 6-inch display is a pretty small display these days. So you have that, but again, it means the phone itself is nice and small and very portable. There's that. The biggest thing is going to be battery life. If you are a power user, you'll probably have to charge it up throughout the day. Personally, I watch maybe a half hour to an hour of video a day. I don't really take a lot of photos. I don't take a lot of videos. I do listen to music in the car going to work and from work. Do that. I do, like I said, watch YouTube for about half hour to an hour a day. I look up stuff throughout the day. I can get through this with 60-70% battery throughout at the end of the day. If you are someone who is a crazy power user, you might have to charge it up throughout the day. So that is one problem with it, and that is, of course, it is a small device. It has a small battery. Like I said, the display is a little bit on the small side, but to some that might be not such a bad thing. But really, other than those, I don't really see too many negatives with this phone. I really do like this phone, especially considering its price. Let's go ahead and we'll do a speaker test here. Even the speakers are actually pretty decent on this phone. So you have one speaker in the earpiece here, and then you have one speaker down here. It looks like you have two on the bottom, but there's really only one. It only comes through actually one of those speaker grills. So it gets nice and loud, and it actually does sound pretty good. Again, especially considering the size of this phone. So again, would I recommend buying this phone in 2023? Yes, very much so. Yes, especially for the $140, $150 price that you can get off of Amazon for, or even cheaper if you find it used in good shape. It is a very fast phone. It is nice and portable. It doesn't weigh down your pants or your bag or anything. It is just a nice sized phone that is nice and quick. And of course, you can text and you can make phone calls and do all that good stuff on it. But y'all let me know what you think. Again, I would highly recommend this phone. Yeah, so y'all let me know what you think. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.